morning. Is my voice audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, and I hope the slide is also visible for you all.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So, in the previous class, we have seen about which topic. Previous class, which topic I have completed. I
BCD
all
division.
no after BCD division, two more topics I did know. What are the two topics? Previous class, I'm asking. I gave you all task also.
Binary multiplier, binary division.
Very good. So we have seen about the binary multiplier and the binary divider. Okay. So the next type of the combinational circuit is your multiplexer. So before starting your multiplexer, I am just going back to the first thing what I have told you all under combinational circuits. This being categorized as first part, if you can remember, it will be ALU, arithmetic and logical circuits. So we have completed all the arithmetic circuits. For example, we have seen about the adder, the different types of adders, and then we moved into the subtractors, and then the multipliers and the dividers. So now in the second part of that block diagram, if you could remember, I have told you you'll be moving into comparators as well as your communication processors. So under your communication, this is nothing but it is going to act as a signal distributor and your signal receiver. So first you all have you all heard about this word previously, multiplexing or multiplexer, or it is new to you all?
We heard about that, ma'am.
Okay, where did you come across that word?
First year electronics are give me as assignment, ma'am, on this
Oh,
multiplex.
very good. So can you tell me like what you have done at that time? Can you just brief it?
It has multiple inputs and single output, ma'am.
Very good. And then actually, okay, it has multiple inputs. Like what project was given to you? Like what you were just asked to implement the multiplexer.
No, ma'am, just assignment. Various types of multiplexer. Explain one of its
Okay, okay, fine.
types.
So a written assignment.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So actually, exactly what he said was the definition of the multiplexer. For the other people, I'm just going to brief upon this. So multiplexer is nothing but it also comes under a combinational circuit that is used to switch an analog, digital, or a video signal. For example, you could remember, like as he told, we generally remember multiplexer as many to one. That is, it will take many input signals and it will get only one output signal. It will leave only one output signal. So only I have taken one live example. Now all of us, you will be having MP3 player station, okay, and then laptop sound card, and then a satellite is required, and then your cable TV. So now what all the signals from all these things, now this is nothing but you just imagine a scenario that we are going to listen to a song, okay, listen to a song using our home theaters. So what we are doing, we are first making that station, that is the home speakers, to get connected with the sound card. We are going to play the movie or the song from the laptop sound card, and to get the signal for this we need the satellite, and then we need a cable TV dish. So these are the different sources, and all these sources are given to the single multiplexer. And finally we can hear, now if it is a rocking station, you can combine this signal, this as well as this one, and you can just hear it to one particular output device, that is nothing but your speaker. So this is a single destination but multiple sources are being possible. So this is a typical example of a multiplexer that is used in our day to day life. So you can also correlate an example. Now you are listening to the class, okay. Now what happens is that you require, now what and all I require laptop, okay, a laptop, a mic is required, and then this display is required in order to see the screen to explain your. So all these three inputs, it is being finally given to what? You are the students, so you are going to be the single destination. So that is the exact definition of a multiplexer. So when it comes now, why I have given this blue color thing is, while you're going for the design of multiplexer circuits, you should remember the block diagram. It consists of n select lines. Okay, that is small n selection lines, 2 power of n input lines, and 1 output line. Now you all will not know the significance why I put it separately and given you all in blue line. When I'm going to teach you all the corresponding topics such as demultiplexer, encoder, decoder, at that time you all will understand. Okay, not to get confused means we have to have it whenever you all are writing it also. Whenever multiplexer comes, you all write it this one so that you all will not get confused with the concepts of your encoder or decoder. So one more information is encoder, for example, multiplexer, demultiplexer, encoder, decoder. All these 4 topics are interlinked with one another. Okay, so you should first understand this one. So you all have understood that multiplexer is going to be a combinational circuit. It is nothing but it is a switch. Okay, it is a switch, and then which accepts multiple analog signals or digital data streams and combines them. This is the combination or combining process into one signal and transmits over a shared medium. So the different types of multiplexer, see, actually the multiplexer types are not these types. These are the different configurations. 2 is to 1 multiplexer, 4 is to 1 multiplexer, 8 is to 1, 16 is to 1. Actually, these nothing but this is the configuration, different types of multiplexers under configuration type. But generally, the multiplexer is classified as time division multiplexing, wavelength division multiplexing, and frequency division multiplexing. Okay, these 3 topics you all will be seeing in your upcoming semesters while you're reading. Now in the next semester you will be reading about analog communication system. After that you all will read about your wireless digital communication. In that you will be reading a separate topic called as time division multiplexing. So at that time also you all should understand what is a base of the multiplexer. Okay, but now generally why I put this as types is under digital electronics, those time division, frequency division and all we are not bothered. We are just bothered about the different types of configurations, like how differently you can engage. Now with this numerical, with this itself you can understand what it means. Now 2 is to 1. Okay, 2 is to 1 means you're going to have how many input lines? You're going to have 2 input lines. Yes, okay, and how many combinations? 2 power of 2. So you'll be having 4 different combinations. And what is the advantage of using a multiplexer is the bandwidth can be effectively utilized, and a straight line, one single line is enough to transmit multiple signals. These are the 2 major advantages of a multiplexer. So 3 points to remember from this particular slide. First one is, what is a multiplexer? Multiplexer, it is also a combinational circuit which accepts 2 power of n input lines and 1 output line. It is a circuit which acts as a switch, so it will be switched into different analog or digital data, and finally you will be getting only one particular output. These are the 2 things. And what is the advantages? The bandwidth can be effectively utilized. Now see, just imagine in this particular example, if a bandwidth is required for this signal, if a bandwidth is to be allocated for this signal, then 4 different bandwidths should be allocated. But actually what happens is you are going to have only one particular bandwidth, right? So one particular bandwidth is required for all these 4 signals. So that is, bandwidth is effectively utilized. And one more thing is, only one channel is required to transmit all the 4 signals. These are the 2 important things you should understand. So the next one I have just taken an real-time example. So this is the general block diagram. Okay, so 2 power of n input lines, n select lines, and your output. I will just play this. This is just a GIF file. Yeah. Are you all able to observe what is happening there? Are you all there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Can anyone tell me what did you infer from that? I will play it once again. Yeah, can you all now infer or something you all can say related to this GIF file?
The selective lines are changing and the input is also changing, ma'am.
Okay, very good. So,
Corresponding that
yeah, tell.
before.
Yeah, you may complete your answer. That's all.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. Like I wanted you all to know what is select lines. Exactly, he told that word. So multiplexer can also be called as a switch or a signal selector. So if in your question they are asking you to design a signal selector, means don't be blinking and sitting saying that it is not in the syllabus. It is nothing but a multiplexer. So the other ways of asking a multiplexer question is nothing but a switch, a signal selector, or a data selector, or a video selector. Anything could be selected. So it is basically a selector. So in this particular example, what I have taken, just take the example of a college admission. Okay. So I have taken the admission of the college and I have given 4 different inputs, departments. Okay. ECE, Triple E, and then MET, some department, and then computer. Okay. So these are the 4 different departments. So what actually this is a multiplexer circuit. Okay. So now based on the selection line, exactly what he said, so based on the selection line, the candidates will be put into the different inputs. Sorry, put into the different departments. Okay. Once again, I will play and I explain. Now for this, you can see. Now you can see it is 1-0. If the select line is 1-0, okay, then those candidates will be admitted into triple E. For example, if a person is coming, okay, and you are in the admission side, then you have to put that person into the triple E path. Then you can just create a database. So if you click 1-0, if you type 1-0, it will completely go into the database of triple E. Now, if it is now see here, if it is if it is 0-1, it will completely go into the database of MET. Now, another thing is if it is 1-1, it will completely go into the database of CT. So like this way, you can actually design your system. Like in later part, in your real time, when multiplexer is being used, you can just be acting as a switch, and one switch, if it is for a particular combination, if it is 0-0, then ECE. If it is 0-1, triple E. If it is 1-0, MET, and if it is 1-1, CT. So these are the different 4 combinations. If more number of departments are there, like in our college, more number of departments are there, then now this is actually nothing but we are having only 4 combinations. So this mux will be what combination mux? You're having one
4
output.
is to 1.
Very
4
good.
is to 1.
So it is nothing but 4:1 mux. Okay, this example what is this is a 4:1 mux. But you can also, if your number of inputs are going to increase, then you can extend it to 8:1 or 16:1 or 32:1 and so on, 64:1 and so on. Okay, but the fundamental concept is this one. So now what will happen is, this is your block diagram. It's going to accept two power of n input lines, and this n is your select lines. Okay, so now this n, actually this is nothing but 2 is your select line. So now these are the number of input lines. So 2 power of 2 is going to give you 4 and 1 output. Are you all clear with this example?
Yes,
Hello,
ma'am.
girls, are you all there?
Yes, ma'am.
Lahari, Lahari, today the
Yes,
screen is
ma'am.
visible for you, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, fine. Okay, so now the second part, now I am directly coming into the design. Okay, so we are going to see the different designs of 2:1 multiplexer, 4:1, 8:1, and 16:1. That is the flow of the today's class. So in a 2:1 multiplexer, there are going to be 2 inputs. Okay, so 2:1 means 2 inputs and 1 output. So 2 inputs, A1 and A0. Okay, and then 1 selection line. Why 1 selection line? How we are making this as 1? Now, if it is 2, okay, if it is a 2 input combination, so you have to add 2 power of n. Okay, 2 power of n. What is that small value n? If you are having only 2 inputs, what is the value of that small n?
1.
Very
1,
good.
ma'am.
And that small n corresponds to select lines. Okay, that only I
Select
have given
line.
in the first slide. Yeah. This only I have to told you. N is nothing but selection lines. 2 power of n is your input lines. So now what I'm doing is I'm coming here and I'm telling it is going to be only one select line. So for this, now you all have set this is your input. So that step I am always following. What step? Step 1 will be indicating the number of variables and the names to the variables. And then second one is your truth table, third one is your k-map, and fourth one is your logic diagram. That same step only. This slide, if you can recollect, it will be the same as that of your half adder and full adder, because I don't want to make you all to get confusion in design of combinational circuits. So I'm following the same template also. So this is going to be the simple block diagram, 2:1 multiplexer, one select line, and this enable is nothing but to turn on the circuit or turn off the circuit. This will be a continuous process, right? So when to off and when to on. So if this enable is given as high, then your circuit will function. If this is just like an on and off button. Okay. So now I'm directly going into the truth table. Now I'm going to have this S naught is nothing my select lines. Okay, the select lines can be of two conditions. It can either be of 0 or it can either be of 1. So if it is 0, the switch will be connected to A naught. If it is 0, if your select line is 0, the switch will be connected to A naught. If it is 1, it will be connected to A1. That is the meaning. That is how you have to write your truth table. So you will be having two input combinations, 0 and 1. If it is 0, it is being connected to A naught. If it is 1, it will be connected to A1. Are you all clear with step 1 and step 2?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, fine. So now step 3. Yeah, one important thing what I wanted to say is, since a multiplexer or demultiplexer, it is a selection process. There is no need of minimization technique. No need to minimize. Already here, you're not going for any simplification of the circuit. It is just going to act as a switch. So you're just finding at which time, which particular switch should be connected. So you're not going to go for K-map simplification. Directly from the truth table, you're going to write the logical expression. So only in step 3, again I'm drawing the same truth table. So how I'm going to write the equation is, at particular S naught, when S naught is 0, it will be represented as S naught dash. At that time, which switch should be turned on? A naught should be turned on. So into A naught, plus when S naught is 1 means it will be taken as S naught into A1. So directly I'm multiplying this with this and this with this. Did you all understand how I'm writing the logical expression?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, one more thing is like why we are not going for K-map. Like many students will make a mistake and they will ask me, ma'am, you told me that combinational circuit design means we have to follow the normal procedure, and the third step is usually the K-map. That only I'm again saying for you all. When it comes to multiplexer, demultiplexer, encoder, decoder, all these doesn't come under your arithmetic or logical functions, because when it comes to arithmetic or logical functions, you will be having a very complex circuit, so you have to reduce that circuit. But here we are not interested in any minimization of the circuit. Our ultimate aim is, this is going to act as a switch. So switch means when the switch should be turned on, when the switch should be turned off, and when the switch should be connected to this particular position, and when the switch should be connected to the other position. That alone we are interested. For that only we are designing the circuit also. For example, that admission example what I have given also, there also we are not interested in how many people are joining that department. What we are interested, if the people are coming to our college, then we are interested in placing them in different departments. Okay, just we are going to place them in ECE, Triple E, MET or CT. So based upon that, just the placement where they have to go and reach. That alone is the bottom line of this multiplexer circuit. So you all know, like when you all have this, you all will go for the logical diagram. Like for this, you all know S naught dash, you need that S naught dash is nothing but your selection input. So that they are going to give it as an inversion operation, and then that is being multiplied with your A naught. So this is your AND gate. Then A1 and then your select input directly is given, and those both are being OR gate. So now this is your OR gate. Any doubts in drawing the logic diagram for anyone can ask me now. how I'm drawing from this to this. Any doubts for anyone? You all may ask me now.
No
Yes,
doubts,
Teja
ma'am.
Kumar. Yeah, no doubt.
Ma'am, explain
Adil,
Boolean expression, ma'am.
Boolean expression. Okay, ma'am. So now see, in Boolean expression, it is very simple. You will be having S naught and Y. Okay. So now when your input S naught is going to take two values, 0 and 1. You all know when it is SOP K-map, the 0 corresponds to bar and 1 corresponds to the real value. So S naught corresponds to 0 means it is S naught dash. At that particular time, what is your output? So A naught. So you're multiplying. You need sum of products. So you're multiplying S naught dash into A naught plus S naught corresponding to 1 will give me 1. So now S naught into A1. Now understood? Teja
Yes,
Kumar?
ma'am. Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
So you don't have doubts in drawing this as a logic diagram, right? This to this you understood.
Ma'am, not get where how will
Okay, not get why it is used means now S not complement is there, right? S not dash is there. So now you are having only selection input. So to make it as a complement, you require a not get.
okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Okay, for anyone else, any doubts? Yeah, if this is the case, this is going to be the complete design of your 2:1 multiplexer. Now we are moving into 4:1 multiplexer. Again, what I'm going to do, I am going to put the block diagram. I'm going to put 4 inputs. Now, if it is 4 inputs, okay, now this is 4. Now, 2 power of what will give me 4? 2 power of n is
2.
equal to 4. Very good. So, 2 power of 2 will give me 4. So I'm telling 2 select lines will be there. For decision of this select lines, how I'm going to do is, now I'm telling 4:1 means 4:1. Okay. So based on this, I can decide how many select lines can be done. How can that be done? 2 power of n is equal to 4. So 2 power of what will give me 4? 2 power of 2 will give me 4. So that is 2 select lines I'm giving, and that is only I'm forming it as this. For this particular combination 0 0, I'm going to have it as A naught. This is only the example what I have showed you all. 0 0 ECE, 0 1 triple E, 1 0 MET, and 1 1 CT. This was the example what I have shown you, and one boy answered me very well. It was 4:1 multiplexer. Yes, ma. Any doubts for anyone else? In these two things, any doubts? This one, block diagram and truth table, any doubts? If not, I will proceed.
No,
Are you all
ma'am.
there? No doubts?
No doubts.
Okay, so what will
No
be the
doubts.
next step? Okay, can anyone tell me what will be the logical expression for this? From the truth table only we are going to write. So can anyone tell me what will be the logical expression?
S1
S1
dash,
bar,
S0
S naught bar,
dash,
A naught,
S1.
S1 dash
S1 dash,
S1
S
dash
naught A1,
A naught.
S1, S naught dash A2, S1, S naught A3.
Very good. But in between, you have to tell plus because OR gate is there. Yeah, I will explain for the others. So now see S1 dash, okay, into S0 dash into A naught. That is your first term. Plus S0 dash, sorry, S1 dash into S0 into A1. That is your second term. Plus S1, okay, and S0 dash into A2. That is your third term. And then S1, S0 into A3. That only I have written here. Yes, any difficulty in writing the equation from the truth table?
No,
Guru
ma'am.
Prasad is there. Guru Prasad.
ma'am.
Guru Prasad, did you understand how I'm writing the logical expression?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, fine. Deepika? Yeah. Deepika is there or not? Yes, Deepika.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Yeah, fine. You understood how I'm writing from the truth table this expression?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now from this you all can easily understand how I'm drawing the logical diagram. Very simple. Now, since four terms are there, see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, four terms are there. So I'm going to employ four AND gates and one OR gate. Okay, and other inputs for everything, it is going to be three inputs. So S1 bar and S0 bar and then A3. Directly I'm giving the select output. Okay, so then everything is going to be merged and you're going to get the output. So at this particular combination, this particular thing should be selected. That is the meaning of this circuit. So now since you all have understood your 4:1 multiplexer, now 8:1 multiplexer we are going. So 8 means 2 power of n is equal to 8. So what will be your n value?
3, ma'am.
3.
3. So
Three.
that only I am giving you 3 select lines, S1, S0 and, oh, they have made a mistake. It is nothing but S0, S1 and S2. So three things will be there. So S0, S1 and S2. And then 8 input lines and 1 output. That only this combination you all know to write. So for this also you all know how to write the equation. So 8 AND gates you will be employing, and then this simplification and then the OR gate. So this I think you all have understood. So now 16:1 means 2 power of n is going to be equal to 16. So you'll be having 4 select lines, S0, S1, S2 and S3. So that you're going to put this, and then again you're going to put from this, you're going to write this one. So if you calculate, you'll be having 16 AND gates because 16 product terms you'll be getting. So 16 AND gates, and then you're going to have that OR operation. Did you all understand? So this is the general view of your multiplexer. I all understood ma, like how to design a 2:1, how to design a 4:1, how to design 16:1. If it is being extended to 32:1 also, you all should be in a position to write. Okay, now coming to the main part of your multiplexer. So under the multiplexer topic, generally you will be asked a question from the, after this only you all will be asked. Now you all have understood the general implementation. After this only we are coming into the problem. So now design of multiplexer circuits can be broadly classified into two types. First one is nothing but direct implementation, and the second one is nothing but implementable method. So first one is your direct implementation. So far what and all I have taught you all, no, that is called as direct implementation. Now the second method is nothing but your implementable. We have seen about K-map, we have seen about Queen-Michaels method. Now what is this implementable? This is something that was proposed by a scientist, because now you could see here. Now for normal 16:1 multiplex itself, you could see how the circuit is bit complex, right? Now just imagine drawing this circuit in your paper. It will take a long time. So when it comes to 32:1 or when it comes to 64:1, you just imagine the complexity of the circuit. So in order to reduce the complexity, a scientist proposed a method called as implementable. Okay, what is this implementable? What are the steps to follow in this implementable? We are now going to see problems under direct implementation as well as your implementable. But now generally a question will be given for you all to design a multiplexer. Then you all should get a question like, ma'am, when to apply direct implementation or when to apply implementable? That is nothing but you can decide based upon the question itself. If your number of variables, okay, number of literals is equal to number of select lines, if your number of select lines and your number of literals both are same, then at that time you can go for direct implementation. But if your number of variables is not equal to number of select lines, then the method you should follow is your implementable method. These 2 points are all clear. Number of literals equal to number of select lines. At that particular case, directly go into your direct implementation. But if it is not equal, then at that case, what you're going to do? You're going to go for implementation table method. Okay, ma, these two terms you all understood, direct implementation and then your implementable method. Did you all understand? So now I'm going to show you with an example. Always with an example only I can make you all to easily understand. So now first we will read the question alone. Implement a full adder circuit using two 4:1 multiplexer. So what actually we are going to do is, full adder is not something new to you all. How many inputs is required for the full adder?
3, ma'am.
Yeah, very good. How many inputs? As he said, 3 inputs is required for a full adder. That you all, I only taught you all. And this truth table is not something new to you all. Okay, this is the example of implement table method. I will tell you all why I am telling this as the implement table method also. Okay, so now the truth table for the full adder. This is not something new to you all. You all know how to write the sum. You all know how to write the carry. Okay, all this is your first step. And the second step in this problem, no, they have directly given you what to be done. They itself told you all you should do with 2 4:1 multiplexer. So for that, what you're going to do is you're going to form. This is actually the implement table. Now this may look like a K-map, but it is not a K-map. See, always students will get confused and they will draw the K-map. But see, when it comes to multiplexer, demultiplexer, encoder, decoder, we will never use K-map. So this it looks like a K-map, but it is not a K-map. I will just tell you all how to form this table. So first we have to form 2 tables. Okay, ma? Like for K-map also, you all will form a K-map for sum and you all will form a K-map for carry. Similarly, here also what we are going to do is we are going to form a implementation table for sum and then implementation table for carry. So now they have itself mentioned that it is 4:1. So the implementation table 4:1 means we are going to go for how many values will be there? 0 to 7. So here the numbering will be same. That is, it is not like K-map. In K-map, we will reverse the order. For example, we will write it as 0, 1, 3, 2, 4, 5, 7, 6. But here that is not the case. What we are going to write is continuous numbering. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Direct numbering you are going to put. And this side corner is there. Left hand side corner is there, right? There we will be giving the terms as A bar and A. Okay, ma? A bar and A. Now what we are going to do is we are going to find for where and all we should put the ones. Okay, now where and all one should be put for sum. This is sum table. So in 1 position, 2 position, and then 4 position and 7 position. So 1, 2, 4, 7. That alone you circle. Okay. After circling, I will tell you what to be done. This is your output actually. So how to write this output, I will tell you all. So if it is you have to see column wise. Each column wise you have to see. So in the first column, if you see, if there is only one circle, then corresponding to that you have to see there is only one circle and the circle corresponding to this is nothing but A. So you have to put the output as A. Now in this, the corresponding is only one circle. So the corresponding letter is A bar. Now for this is also it is A bar. For this it is A. Now you may have another doubt. Okay, another doubt asking me like if both are circled, the output will be 1. If both are not circled, the output will be 0. I will repeat once again how to form this implementation table. So it is not like your K-map. In your K-map, you will be writing it in the different order. But when it comes to implementation table method, you're going to write 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay, continuously. And after that, how you're going to find the output is you're going to go column wise. Okay, each column wise, if only in each column only one circle is there, that circle will be corresponding to either of these values that you will be writing directly. If suppose in a column both are being circled, both is circled, then the output will be 1. If only one is circled, then the output will be 0. Clear? Are you clear? So for carry, you all are going to say me, in carry which positions we will circle? So we will circle in which positions? For carry.
3, 5, 6, 7.
Very good. 3, 5, 6, 7. So now you could say me, now this is going to be circled. So for the first column, there will be no circling. So I'm getting the output as 0. In the second column, 5 is going to be circled. So it is corresponding to A. And in the second column, 6 is going to be circled. It is corresponding to A. And in the last column, your 3 as well as 7 is going to be circled. So if both are circled, the output is going to be 1. Once again, I'm going to repeat. If both are circled, the output is 1. If only one is circled, then corresponding value will write. If nothing is circled, you will put it as 0. Are you all clear? Are you all clear with the implementation table?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now if you all are clear with this, the third step is your logical diagram. The block diagram, here we used to say it as block diagram. So now see here for the first block diagram, I'm putting it here, okay? And I'm putting the digits. Now this is not necessary. You should put D0, D1, D2, D3. You can just put it as 0, 1, 2, 3 also. This is nothing. This is indicating that many inputs are there. Okay, that's all. So now what we are going to do is for your D0 bit, okay, for the first column, it is corresponding to A. So I am putting A. And for my second column, it is corresponding to A bar. So what I'm doing, I'm inverting my A. Now see here, I'm inverting my A, okay, I'm inverting it and I'm giving to D1. Now D2 is also given to the same thing. D3 is given to A. So with this particular thing will be over. 1 second. Yeah, this particular thing will be over. Now, very important. Then where the select lines will go? Where you will give the select lines? Your select lines are nothing but it will be given to the next two combinations. B and C are acting as your select lines. Okay. So B and C will be given to the select lines. This is for your first one. This is for your sum. For carry, what we done? We have found it as 0. So first bit we are giving it to 0. And the second and third bit we are giving it to A. And the third bit we are giving it to 1. You could see 1, 0, you could see. And then the B and C, select lines we are giving it to B and C. Did you all understand how I am implementing this one? And another important thing, why in this particular problem I have went into implementation table method. For example, no, sometimes they will not ask you the question like this. They will ask you a question like implement a full adder circuit using suitable multiplexer. That's all will be the question. Here I have mentioned using 2 4:1 multiplexer. That and all they will not give you. They will just ask you implement a full adder circuit using suitable multiplexer. At that time, what you should do. Now, one boy told me for a full adder circuit, the number of inputs required is 3. Okay. Now, what I have told you before selecting this one. Now, when you have to select which method you're going to do, you have to first find number of variables that you all have found. For a full adder circuit, you all have told me number of variables is equal to 3. So now, if number of select lines is equal to 3 means, which multiplexer you should use?
Direct implementation, ma'am.
No. I'm not asking which
8
multiplexer.
multiplexer.
Very good. Yes, 8:1. Why she is telling 8:1 multiplexer? Because 2 power of n is equal to 8 means, yeah, 2 power of 3 is going to give me 8. Okay. So if I want to go for direct implementation, then what multiplexer I should use? I should actually use 8:1 multiplexer. If I use 8:1 multiplexer, then directly, now what I will do, if it is my 8:1 multiplexer, no fear, that only you forget you forget about this example. You just imagine this is your 8:1 multiplexer. Okay. For a full adder, your what and all for a sum. Okay, for a sum you will use one 8:1 multiplexer. For carry you will use one 8:1 multiplexer. So now where and all you will put your 1, you will put it in the places of 1, 2, 4 and 7. 1, 2, 4, 7. So you will draw one 8:1 multiplexer. Then 1, 2, 4, 7. You will make it as 1 and all the other bits you will make it as 0. Another 8:1 multiplexer you will put and then you will do for the carry. Okay, that is the normal implementation. But here I am using 4:1 multiplexer. So now 4:1 multiplexer means how many select lines will be there in 4:1?
2, ma'am.
2. Now tell me how many variables are required for a full adder?
3, ma'am.
3. Now 3 is not equal to 2. So now what method I am using? Implement table method. Understood? Like you all should understand this significance also. This method you may understand, but when to apply that method is also important. So when the number of variables is equal to the number of select lines, you will go for direct implementation. When number of variables is not equal to the number of select lines, then you will go for the implement table method. And one more very important point you should remember is implement table looks like a K-map, but it is not a K-map because the numbering will go continuous in this particular case. And one more thing I want to add to you all. If both are circled, the output will be 1. If both are not circled, the output will be 0. If only one circle is there, the corresponding value only you will write. And one more important thing is, generally students used to make mistake here. They used to put A bar. Even that is wrong. Because always you will start with 0, 1. So it should be A bar A. That also generally students make mistake. Okay. Are you all clear with this example? Shall we go to the next example? Any doubts for anyone? You may ask me now. Are you all there? Hello?
No,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, tell me. What doubt? Adil, tell me what doubt you have.
no doubt, ma'am.
No doubt. Okay. So now the second problem I have taken for you all is implement the function f of a comma b comma c comma d summation of m. Okay, this means what k-map you will be, sorry, what is the simplification? What is the type of Boolean expression? POS or SOP? Yeah, very good.
SOP.
SOP. And what is this D actually meaning? D means what you will mean?
Don't care, ma'am.
Very
Don't
good.
care.
Don't care
So D
condition.
means don't care condition using 8:1 marks. Okay. Now tell me. Now the first step we will find out whether we have to go for which method, direct method or implementable method. Now here I have just put, so don't think like, but when you all are seeing the question, you all should first think that only. So here 4 variables are given, but they have asked you to use 8:1 marks. Okay. So now you cannot use the direct method because 4 variables and 8:1 means only 3 select lines will be there. So it is not equal. So I'm forming the implementable method. So implementable method for how many variables? Now for 8 variables I'm going to form. Sorry. For 15 variables I'm going to form. So I'm going to start the numbering. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So this is the formation of your implement table. Okay. 0 to 7, 8 bits and then 8 bits. Okay, ma. Now, since it is 8:1 marks, 8 bits, 8 bits. If it is 4:1 marks, how we are formed? 4 bits, 4 bits. Okay. So now continuous 8 bits I'm writing. Now I'm going to do the circling. Now for this I have circled. Here 0 I have circled, 2 I have circled, and then 6 I have circled, then 10, 11, 12, 13. Now why I have boxed these things are, now these are my don't care conditions. So I am boxing it up. Okay, boxing it up. Now, as I told, don't care can be taken into K-map. Here also it can be taken for simplification. So I am taking it as A bar A. Now both I am taking it to be as together. So now what is the value of this? Both is going to be circled. So 1 I'm getting.
One.
Here none is circled. Yeah, 0. And here what you will get? Both are
1.
circled means what is the output?
1.
1. So 1 I'm getting here. Here also 1. Here what I will get the output? For the I4 what I will get the output as?
A.
Yeah.
A, ma'am.
Why she's telling A means now this 12 is there, it is being circled and it is corresponding to A. And then this 15 column is also corresponding to A. And this is 1 and this is 0. Now I'm going to form the 8:1 marks. Okay. The select lines for this 8:1 marks is the other inputs. B, C, D are my select lines and F is going to be 8:1. Okay. Now 8 inputs are required. These are my 8 inputs. Now what I'm going to do, now this I0 is being mapped to 1, I1 is mapped to 0, I2 is mapped to 1, I3 1, I4, I5 is mapped to A, and I6 is mapped to 1, and I7 is mapped to 0. So this is the answer for this particular problem. So first you will go to implement table, after that you will go to this block diagram. Are you all clear? So now for the same problem, if they are asking you to do it with 16:1 multiplexer, what you all will do? No need of going for this increment table and all. Directly you put that 16:1 marks and directly map it to 1. The ones which is not here, no? The numbers which are not here, for that you have to map it to 0. That only I have taken it here. Okay, we'll see this one. and then I will show you all that example. Okay, direct implementation, one example I have taken that I will show you all. Before that, we will see this example. Okay, ma. Okay, any doubts in this example? I forgot to ask you all. Any doubts in this example, implement table method?
No, ma'am.
Hello, I'm not able to hear your voice.
No, ma'am.
No, right? Okay. Yeah, Bhumika, are you there? Bhumika?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Yes,
did you
ma'am.
understand this one, multiplexer? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, fine. So now coming to the second thing. So your question is going to be, this is the third problem, okay? So implement the function f of p comma q comma r comma s. They have given one sequence using 16:1 marks and 8:1 marks. Now, by reading the question, first, can anyone tell me 16:1 marks what method you will use and 8:1 marks what method you will use?
16:1 means direct implementation, ma'am.
Yeah, fine. 8:1.
Implement table method.
Implementable method, ma'am.
Very good. So you all now you all have understood by seeing the question you are able to identify. So now I'm going for the implementable method first. I'm first doing the second subdivision, then I will show you all the first subdivision. So now 8:1 marks they have told. I'm splitting it into 0 to 7, 8, and then I'm circling it and I'm writing this one. So I'm just briefing it off because this I have made you all to understand very well. So here also I'm going to draw this 8:1 marks. B, C, D are going to be my select lines. And here where and all logic 1 is there in D3 bit, D5 bit and D7 bit. So now D3, D5 and D7. So all this is made as logic 1. Okay, D5, D3, D5, D7 is made as logic 1. So now this and this is nothing but A bar. So now A is being inverted. This is your NOT gate. So it is being inverted and other combinations are connected to A. And one particular D4 is alone connected to 0, logic 0. Did you all understand how I am drawing the logic diagram of multiplexer 8:1 marks? Yeah. Now direct implement. Yeah, any doubt? Hello?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. So now coming to the direct implementation, very simple direct implementation. So I'm having I0 to I15 bit, okay? So this green color indicates my 1 bit. Where and all I'm putting 1. Now go to the problem. 0, 1, 3, 5, 7, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15. So in all these bits, I'm putting 1. Okay, 0, 1, 3, 5, 7, and then 10, 11, and then 13, 14, 15. Green color. So only I've taken two different colors to make you all understand. So green colors are given to the logic 1 and the other things, other bits. Okay. Apart from this, the other bits are given red color. It is given to 0. Now, one may ask me doubt. Now, in this example, no, I have taken don't care. Okay, if I am asking you all to do it using normal 16:1 marks, you all may get a doubt whether to include the don't care for logic 0 or logic 1. Definitely, this don't care should be connected to logic 0. If you are going for a direct implementation and a don't care condition is being provided to you all, at that time, it should be given to logic 0. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine.
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
this is yeah, fine. So this is the task for the day. 5 problems I have taken. So what and all I have taught you all. Just we will just discuss. Okay, just a hint wise I will discuss with you all. Now can you all tell me for the first problem I have asked you all to implement using 16:1 marks and 8:1 marks. So 16:1 marks 1 marks will be of what type? Direct or implementable type?
Direct.
Direct, ma'am.
Direct, ma'am.
Very good. And 8:1 will be of implementable. Now, second one
Implementable.
here, I have done for you all full subtractor. Sorry, full adder I have done for you all. So, I am asking you all to do it for full subtractor. And then the one more important thing. Now this third problem, can anyone say me what difference you could find?
It is
Is
POS, ma'am.
POS, ma'am.
Product of
POS.
POS, ma'am.
POS. So can anyone say me, now for direct implementation itself, I will ask you all. 0, 3, 5, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14 will be connected to logic 1 or logic 0?
0, ma'am.
Zero.
One.
Zero, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Fine. Very good. So all this will be connected to 0 because POS means you will be forming this to 0 and the remaining things will be there, right? For example, 1, 2, all that will be connected to logic 1. Okay, very good. You all have understood. Okay. And one more thing. 8:1 marks, you all will go for implementation table method. So there what will happen is the table will not change. That will be the same thing. Okay, there don't do any changes, that will be the same. And other things I think you'll have understood. Yeah, for the fifth problem, can anyone say me what is the thing? Fifth problem, 3 subdivision I have asked. First subdivision will be what method?
Direct. ma'am.
Direct.
Direct
Second,
method. Implement.
Implement table.
Implement method,
implement
ma'am.
table. And third also you have to go for implement
Implement
table. Okay, ma'am. Okay. So have you making you all complete with that? I will just brief on demultiplexer. Okay. Once again, I will take demultiplexer in the next class. But since I just want to brief on that, demultiplexer is nothing but the exact opposite of your multiplexer. So when you all are coming into the higher semesters, right now you all have just stepped into the department. When you are coming to the higher semesters, you all will be having communication domain subjects. So in the communication part, what will happen is you'll generally have general communication block is transmitter will be there, receiver will be there, and in between channel will be there. So whatever process now we are doing it in the transmitter, the exact opposite process we will do it at the receiver. That is the flow of any communication block. So here also this multiplexer will always be employed at the transmitter part because it will fetch many signals and it will transmit. But at the receiver, eventually what we need is we need to get that signal and distribute it. So this demultiplexer is generally called as a distributor. I have taken a live example. We are having a laptop. Okay. From the laptop, you can give the connection to a Bluetooth speaker. You can also connect it to a fax machine. You can connect it to a printer. You can also device it to your smartphone. Okay. This is all of you all have done this, right? You all have connected to a Bluetooth speaker. You all have connected to a printer. You all have connected to a smartphone. You all have all done this. So what exactly happens is the data from the laptop is being distributed to your Bluetooth speaker. Now, for example, audio file is distributed to the Bluetooth speaker. Then fax machine, you want to send some document to some person, it is being distributed. If you want to operate the printer, it is being done. Then if you want to connect the phone, that also can be done. Are you all able to understand this example? All of you all have experienced this actually, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So now you all can understand the significance why I am putting this for all the topics. So you all should not get confused. There also I told the small n corresponds to selection lines. There I told 2 power of n input lines and 1 output line, but I am reversing this here. So 1 input line and 2 power of n output line. Just the reverse mechanism of your multiplexer. So the types are also the same thing: 2:1, 4:1, 8:1, 16:1. There I told you all 2 advantages. The bandwidth can be effectively utilized and only a single channel is required. What are the advantages in this demultiplexer is by the combination of both your mux and demux, the efficiency of the system can be improved. It can be very, very efficient. Okay. And then they are also used in security systems like banking sectors. I will just explain this example as a separate case study for you all. Okay, after all the 4 topics, decoder, encoder, all the 4 topics is over, I will give you as a case study. And then transmission of audio and video signals. That only I have shown you all in this example itself. Audio and video signals. For example, in mobile phone, you all imagine it as a video signal. And for this Bluetooth speaker, you all imagine it as an audio signal. So this is the general, I have shown you one example for multiplexer as admission, like how you are putting the people in admission, different departments as EEE, ECE and different schools we are making. in distributor, for example, demultiplexer, there the other name for the multiplexer I have told it as a switch, or else it is also called as what? Switch, or what was the other name I was told there? Hello?
Switch or signal selector.
Very good. Switch or signal selector. Yeah. Here I'm telling it as a distributor. Okay. See, why I'm mentioning all these names repeatedly is sometimes the questions will be twisted. At that time, you should not get doubts which should be employed. For that only I'm mentioning it again and again. So here also I'm just taken the live example of Bluetooth speaker, then mobile phone, all that. So it at a particular combination, it can be given to this or this or this or this. It can be distributed. So what is the disadvantage? Okay, wastage of bandwidth might occur in this, because again what we are doing, again we are trying to make it as 4 different channels, so the bandwidth will be wasted maybe. Okay, and there may be a synchronization error. So I like to say about this word synchronization, because in your upcoming semesters this word is going to play a very vital role. So what is synchronization error is, for example, 0, 1, actually what operation it should do? It should be connected to a fax machine. But what happens? 0, 0. Okay, now a signal will be transmitted by 0, 0. That process itself would not have completed. But suddenly, the user will be given 0, 1. At that time, there will be some delay. That time only we will be telling the system is getting hanged. That we will say, like, so actually what is the exact terminology for that? There is some synchronization error. What command we are giving that is not being synchronized by the machine. The machine is not able to adapt to it very fastly. That is called as the synchronization problem. Okay, that may occur in your demux. Okay, ma? So yeah, I will just show you all just fast. If you'll have any doubts, you can ask me in the next class itself. 1:2 demultiplexer. So again, I'm going to the same concept. So 2 is there. So 2 means 2 power of n will be the select lines. 2 power of 1 is your thing. So 1 select line. So here, what is going to happen? The same thing, 0, 1. But here, what happens? For 0, it should be in A. For 1, it should be in Y1. So see the logic diagram. For Y not, you have to write separately. Imagine here you will never go for OR gate. Why we will never go for OR gate? You're not going to combine the signals. You're going to distribute the signals. So it should be separate signals only. Don't make this as one OR operation and give me one output. If you are giving it as one output, I will give you 0 marks. Because then it means that you didn't even understand the concept of demultiplexer. I was trying to get why I'm saying why OR gate should not come. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah. I will just pause this. You'll just go through till this one. The same thing what I've done for multiplexer, you'll just go through. Otherwise, if you'll have doubt in demultiplexer, we will again do the same thing. But problems under demultiplexer, that normal table, direct implementation and implementation table method is there. No, those two, no, I will again do that for demultiplexer. But this task number 12, right? So task number 12, you all have to do. It is there in the PPT itself. Once again, I will show you all. Yeah, this is the task for the day. So this you all have to do. Yeah, if no doubts, you all may. Once again, I will download the attendance. Yeah. Marks or the
Shall we leave, ma'am?
no, wait. Attendance is being downloaded.
And we actually have another class now.
Yeah, it's getting downloaded. 1 second.
Ma'am, we can leave, ma'am.
No, ma, just think down. I will tell you all. I will tell them.